Wiki of Science presents here another data article, in this case a prediction of Skytrax airport rankings from data collected by Perez Gonzalez in 2011. Now this is a second edition of the same article, but this edition is basically a cosmetic edition, making these tables a bit more user-friendly. So if you get the previous publication, there is not much difference between the two of them other than cosmetic. Now the main goal of this article was to produce this regression formula in order to predict Skytrax airport rankings for 2011. Looking at the methods here, we see that it's in partly exploratory because of that particular goal, but also in part a replication because a similar study was done by the author in 2010. So in order to facilitate that replication, the remaining of the research methods has been kept similar. So the same criterion variable, the same predictor, and the same strategy in order to select the airports for the study. So in this case, for example, only 28 airports obtained both a Skytrax ranking in 2011 and an independent customer review score is amounting to 10 or more customer reviews during 2011. So again, instead of a sample, we are actually, or the author is actually using a population of airports that fulfill those two criteria. Now, okay, other than the regression formula itself, basically the study contains similar data to that obtained in 2010. Indeed, this formula is slightly more powerful, 72% of correlation, but it could be also because the sample this year is a bit higher than that in 2010. Anyway, so applying this formula, here we have the results. So the customer reviews running on a scale from 1 to 10. Upon them, the formula is applied and this predicted score is produced, which also ranks on a scale from 1 to 5, similar to the scale that Skytrax uses from 1 to 5 as well. And we can see that, yeah, there is a correlation there between those two scores. So like the hierarchy is relatively similar between Skytrax and the predicted scores. And the customer adjusted column is the same data than the customer review scoring, but made onto a scale of 1 to 5, so it's also much easily comparable. We can see that basically they correlate well between those two. So again, we didn't need to produce a regression formula if we had this. Another part that this study produces, and this is more related to that replication aspect, is this second table. Now what we have here is the prediction done in 2010 using, of course, results for 2010 or data for 2010 and the prediction for 2011. And the simulation is using data from 2011 but applying the old formula. Alright? Now the correlation between those two, between using the old formula and using the new formula on the data, is a perfect correlation, which supports the idea that we could have predicted 2011 hierarchy by using that path formula. So maybe in the future as well we could predict 2012 by using 2011 formula. But again, that's something to continue doing research on, and it escapes a bit the scope of this article at the moment.